Hello, in this video today we're gonna learn how to update the income tracker using the information you'll be provided. So basically there are two options. You might receive this information in an email. As you can see here, it would say data and simple earnings. So there are 6 businesses that you will be updating the information for: CNA, Pick a Toilet, which is Pat, Blue Dot, Trust Expert, Data and Simple, and the Sewing Incomes. So first we're gonna go to the income tracker. This file will be shared with you, and once we get that open, I'm gonna run you through what the document looks like and where you'll be including the numbers. So as you can see here, we have different tabs. At the bottom we have Trust Expert, Blue Dot, the sewing sites, and this tab where it says other sites, I just combine CNA, Pick a Toilet, and Data and Simple together because they don't have a lot of activity. So it was easier to just keep all these 3 in a tab instead of having one tab for each. So you can take this out and split the screen if you want to make it work easier for you, whatever works best. So first we go to CNA. So these are the income information. You will either get it in an email from one of the team members, or you might already know how to obtain it directly from the site. So once you have that information, you're gonna come back to the income tracker, and if you see the left column is basically the date and the right column is gonna be the amount. If you scroll all the way down, we are right here in February 26, and this is for CNA. You can start comparing the numbers. So on this side you see on the 23rd we had $4.5, and then over here in the right side you can see 4.5. Then if you keep doing that, on the 24th we have $0. On the 25th it was $5.85. On the 26th you can see a difference, and it's not that it's wrong, but normally whenever you pull this information is during, like, in the middle of the day. So normally once you get the number the next day, it would include everything once the day closed basically. So what you want to do is always check at least the last 2-3 days to make sure that the numbers are accurate, and then update the new information. So for example here we're gonna say this should be 30.20 cents, and then for the 27 we don't have anything for this business, so that would be a 0. So basically that's the first business, CNA. And then we're gonna go find the next email, so Pick a Toilet, and the process will be pretty similar. So we already have right here all the dates. As I mentioned before, you always want to go back and check a couple of dates. So let's start on the 24th. We had 38.37. On the 25th we had 297 with 34 cents. And then on the 26th, which is yesterday, going back to what I mentioned about closing date, you want to do 110 and 64 cents. And that will be it for Pick a Toilet. Then you find, I have them in this order so you can arrange it the way you want. So here we find Data and Simple. This is one of the businesses that do not have a lot of activity, but you always want to go in and check daily because you don't want to miss out. Sometimes it doesn't let you go back more than 5 days, so you want to keep track of those daily. As you can see, this one from the 23rd through the 27th, it has been 0, so you can just add another 0 to that column, and that would be it. Now we can go to Blue Dot, and we can find that email right here. So Blue Dot is a little bit different because we actually have 2 sources of income. So on top right here you can see Blue Dot Proper and Blue Dot Tabula. Those are the 2 sources of income. Right now, Taboola is going under some maintenance, so we're not receiving income from that site, but we still have proper income to be updated. But as you can see, the process is still the same. So for example, for proper, we have the dates and the amounts on this side, and then on our income tracker sheet, we have the dates and the amount. So again, we go back and check a couple of days to make sure that all the numbers are accurate. So for the 24th, we have 119.28. For the 25th, we have 99.27. For the 26th, we have 104 with 90 cents. So you want to update that. And then for the 27th, this is only like a portion of the day up to the point where you pull the income information. So this number is gonna change, but you will be able to update that tomorrow once you get the final number. But in the meantime, you still want to include that just so that you know that you have to go back and change it. And as I mentioned, for Taboola, we don't have anything right now. I heard that the income is being accumulated in a different account. So once we get that information, you can go back and update the income for all these days. But so far, you can just do a 0 or just leave it blank, whichever you prefer. And that would be it for this business, Blue Dot. Now we go to the sewing sites. This one is a little bit more confusing, but it's still the same process. One of the differences is that you have multiple sewing businesses in different locations. So as you can see on the first row, we have the names. Sewing Made Simple UK, Sew Over, She Likes to Sew UK, Sewing Made Simple Canada, and the other businesses. So all these names across the top part. And then in the email, you should get them somewhat in the same order, but you still want to double check the name. So on this file, I actually froze the first row so that even when you scroll down, you can still see the name and make sure that you're adding the information in the correct column. So for example, for Sewing Made Simple UK, we go back on this one. Since most of these businesses, at least the first 5 locations, don't have a lot of activity, what I did was I just went ahead and typed in zeros for those dates. However, you still want to go back and check every day to make sure that nothing happened. So as you can see here on the 22nd, we had 28 cents, and on this side I included that 28 cents. And then up to the 26th, we don't have any more income, so you can still leave those zeros right there. Just a side comment, keep in mind that for UK and Canada, you're gonna have to do conversion rates because you want everything reported in US dollars. So this one is still in UK dollars, but you can do the conversion rate, find out what the conversion rate was and then just multiply that times the 0.28 cents. If we keep going down in the email, you will see Sew Over UK, no activity in the last 7 days. She Likes to Sew UK, no activity in the last 7 days. Same for Canada, same for She Likes to Sew Canada. Sewing Made Simple, you can see here last 7 days 0. So that's why most of these columns are 0 out already. But once you get to the bottom, for example, She Likes to Sew US, we have some activity. So again, we go back over here and we find this name, She Likes to Sew US, is over here. She Likes to Sew US, and then we go by the dates. So I always like to go back a couple of days. So the 24th, we have 81.49, 81.49. For the 25th, we have $274. Okay, the number is still correct. And then for the 26th, we have 73.60. So you want to include that number there, and that should be it. For Sewing Made Simple US, you can see here, this one is not 0 out because it has a little bit more activity. But as you can see, it says $0 for the last 7 days. So you can go ahead and do another 0 on that column as well. And the last business that we need to update would be Trust Expert. And that will be the last tab on this file. So you go to Trust Expert. Now Trust Expert is set up a little bit different, but it's still the same process. So as you can see, the columns go by month. So November, December, January, and February. And it was just because we have more income information on this business, and it was becoming really difficult to scroll all the way down to the bottom to update. So we decided to just create columns instead, and that's why this business is on a separate sheet. So we go in Trust Expert Stripe, and then as you can see, sorry about that, you find February, which is the month that we're right now, and you scroll down February 25th, and you can see here for the 25th on this email it says $25, and then over here you see 23.97. So what happened is, for this business we use Stripe, and their commission is taken out once we receive any payment. So in the email you should get the new number, or if you go straight to the site, to the Stripe account, there is a way that you could get the net amount instead of the gross amount of the payment. If not, what you can do is also multiply times 98.5, which is the amount that we will get, because the fee for Stripe I think is like 1.4 something. So I'm gonna show you right here. If you take the $25 that you see in the other email times 0.9588 approximately, you will get the 23.97 that you see here. And then again, that's just in case you get these numbers gross numbers. You should get the amount, the net amount, so you shouldn't have to do that, but I just wanted to show this process in case you still have to do it. And once again, we go to the 26th, we have $25. The payment was $25, but then again, taking out a Stripe fee, we only get 23.97. So you can, just basically use this number right here, or you can do the calculation again, whichever you want. But that is how you update the income tracker for these different businesses on a daily basis.